You had read about method definition, how to define a method. How to define a method, how to give the access specifier, how to give the modifier, how to give the return type, then method name, then parameter list. Access specifier, modifier, return type, method name, then parameter list. Then in the definition it includes body of the method. Body of the method means the statements inside the method. Access specifier means public, protected or private. If it is not there, then it is friendly or default. Modifier, you have final, native, synchronized, transient, volatile. These are there. Nothing. Final only you have. Only then native, synchronized, transient, volatile is not in your course. Synchronized and native. Native means a function, okay, that can be used in also other language. Okay, other language means C, C++. That function can be used here, native. C plus function can be used in Java. Synchronized, it is a synchronized, transient and volatile. These keywords are for the thread programs. The program having threads. Threads means there will be several outputs. There will be several outputs at the same time. Not one. Normally we have one output at the same time. One output is over, another is there, then another is there. But in threads, you have many things working working simultaneously. Yes. Example means sit down. Suppose a game. Okay, one ball can come from the left side, it can come from the right side. 2 balls, 3 balls. Okay, 3 balls or 4 balls at a time coming. Okay, they are working at the same time. Okay, that type of thing. Thread is a line of one line of action. Okay, several threads, several line of actions are working. Okay, in your program. Okay, these are not there. Then return type. Return type is, if there is no return type, no int, no float, then it is the void. Method name, okay, it should be a meaningful name. It's a Java identifier, valid Java identifier. Should begin with a small letter. Every word is to start with capital. Some method names examples are given. Then next is the parameter list. Parameter list is the list of variables. Okay, comma separated list of variables of a method. Arguments or parameters we call them. We know that there can be formal parameter and a actual parameter last year. And these functions, absolute value function, maximum function and 3-star functions. Okay, also we had last year discussed. Absolute functions taking one input and giving one value. Maximum functions taking two inputs and giving one value. Giving means returning. 3-star function taking nothing and also giving no value. That means it's a void function. 3 stars. Okay. So, some conventions of method names are given. Method names should be meaningful. If 2 words, then every word will be started with a capital letter. Method name should start with a verb, read data, find file, like that. Okay. One of the predefined methods in the Java class is sqrt, math class, sqrt, math.cos, like that. Both the functions, they produce double result. Okay. So, the return type is double. Methods. Okay. Function prototype or signature. This function, what you saw, int AppSwell, bracketed int a, this is the prototype of the function. This is the prototype of the function. Public static int maximum, int a b, that is another prototype. First line of the function definition is called the prototype. First line. Okay. So why these prototypes? Prototypes actually in C, C++, you have to mention the prototype at the very first. Then you have to write your function definition. In Java, there is no place for prototype writing first. Directly function definition. If you write the prototype first, you have to write the first line of the function ended with the semicolon. That is happening in C and C++. Okay, you have to write the prototype, first line of the function in the beginning of the program. Ended with the semicolon. But in Java, we don't write prototype first, directly we write the function definition. Method signature, function signature. You see, there is a demo method. Demo method test is a function, maximum is a function. Okay. Demo method test is a function, maximum is a function. Two different functions. Two different functions you have. And two different prototypes you have. First one, demo method test function has no signature inside it. But maximum function has signature int A, int B. So that is combination of the arguments, parameter list is the signature. Clear? In this page number 117, you are getting everything labeled. Which one is method definition? Which one is the name of the method, type of the method, return type, signature, parameters, okay. Method definition is the total prototype as well as the body. Total thing is the method definition. Prototype is only the first line of the function. Method definition includes everything of the function. Okay? Clear? Method definition includes A to Z of the function. Okay. Say, the method can be a static function, static method or non-static method. Next is use of void. Void function you can directly call without storing them. Accessing a method or function. Okay. See, there is in page 119, you have two functions. One is the cube function, another is the fastest. In the fastest function, you are using the cube function. You are calling the cube function. Because it's a non-void function, cube function. So you are storing the value returned in y. Cube x result is stored in y, and you are showing the y. Okay. So here actual parameter and formal parameter is coming. Actual parameter is the x, cube x. X is the actual parameter. Float A is the formal parameter. So actual parameter you can change. You can call the method different time, several times, and you can change the actual parameter every time. But formal parameter will be same. Next is call by value, call by reference. Two concepts are there, call by value and call by reference. In the exam, always comes call by value, call by reference program. Difference, call by value means you are sending your actual parameter is a primitive type variable. Primitive type variable. Okay, you may send the literal also, value also you can send. But if directly value you can send 50, 20, but you can also send variable. If you are sending a variable of primitive type, okay, variable has a value. That value is actually passed to the formal variable, to the method. The formal variable gets the value of the actual variable. That is called the call by value. It gets the actual variable value. It doesn't get the total actual variable. They are two different things. Actual variable, formal variable, they are two different things. Two distinct things. Okay. So, and they only the value is transferred from one to another. That's why it is called call by value. But if you are passing, if your actual variable is a reference variable, it's an object, it's an object. Object are the reference variable. Then you can tell that your reference variable also, your formal variable also will be, formal parameter will be also a reference variable. If you are passing a reference variable from as actual parameter, your formal parameter also will be a reference variable. Yes or no? So when you are passing the reference variable, actually you are passing the address. You are passing the address. Okay. Same address you are passing. So whatever changes you will do in your method, in your function, that will affect the original variable. Okay. So actual parameter and formal parameter, they hold here the address of the original object. If you do any changes in the method, then it affects the original values. The object is affected. Right? That is the call by reference. Okay. So sending primitive variable is call by value. Sending reference variable is call by reference. Clear?